Hey, Soren. Hey, Cohh, what is your favorite franchise t-shirt you have if you had to pick one? Oh, and I love Hades 2 and V Rising series. And lastly, I want to say Cohh to the mods. Well, thanks, Soren. Thank you for the tip to the mod team. My favorite game-themed shirt? Oh, I just got a Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader shirt. That's pretty baller. I have some Witcher shirts I really like. I have some Fallout shirts I really like. I don't know. That's a good question. And now I just realized that I need to make Emberville shirts stat. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, my Yakuza shirts. Yep, the Yakuza Hawaiian shirt. The Yakuza Majima shirt. That one's awesome. The Cyberpunk shirts. I love the Cyberpunk shirts. Oh, yeah, man. Did I beat Grandma? I just beat Grandma. I have not even looked at what we can do with Grandma yet. But I just beat her. Just beat her. Great. Oh, nice. We can get a T2 now. Oh, no. Is that not? That's the next tier. Shoot. Okay. Any tips for Grayson the Armorer? Is that the hammer you out guy? Yes. So the big tips for the hammer you out guy: focus the ads when they spawn, but most importantly, he has a move where he throws out a bunch of stuff all around the arena. When he does that move, run over to one of the 4 armor sets in the corner, use that armor set, and then run around and trigger all the traps. So, yeah. That's the best advice I can give you. Excuse me. I need you. You. Oh, are these cotton? Oh, hell yeah. That too. Okay. Great. Okay, so we could fit it there if we wanted to. And I have so many of these snowflower seeds. Okay. We'll do cotton over here for now, but we're gonna have to move this. Okay. And we'll just pop this up here for now too. We have to make a bigger garden later. Hey Whoop, what's up, buddy? Tough Mochi says Julia just dropped a new V Rising trailer. You should check it out. What? I'm sorry. What did you just say to me? A what?
Fear my wrath. For I am Dracula.
What? What did you, what? Where did you even get that? What?
Fear my wrath.
How did you just rever? Oh my god, dude.
For I am.
I'm a cat now. Julia, that's amazing. You guys need a link? Julia, feel free to link that in chat. Yeah, if you guys want to check that out for yourself. Okay. We need to get another guy here. Now, what did we get from Our Lady? What did we get from Our Lady? Hunter's Cloak. The ability to make cotton yarn. And the loom! There we go. Okay, so we need wool thread. Let's see. We need... Oh, wool thread's in here. Good. And then planks. And what, copper? Yes. Now, what do you use? Tailor flooring. Damn it. We do not have tailor flooring. Okay, so we're just going to have to make this work for now. We'll do 1, 2. Okay. So that should be a YouTube short? Well, that's Julia's, not mine, but yeah, I agree. That was pretty awesome, for sure. All right, let's put all this in here. All this in here. Now we need to get a bunch of cotton. How much is it per? 16 per? So that's where our copper grind is. Or excuse me, cotton grind is. Yep, that's going to take a long time. Wow. But that's great. So that means we're going to get all that stuff going. So once that's done, we can make the tailoring bench. And the tailoring bench lets us make the new armor, which will be big. So on that note, while we're kind of waiting for all this to cook, we can keep doing bosses. Because we have a bunch of new bosses we got to do now. Still got to do this person. Let's go do this person. Let's go do this. An illusionary spell. Okay. Let's do some pots and stuff before we go. What do I need to make glass? What do I need to make glass? Because I think we want to make enchanted brews, snowflower, fishbone, and water skin. Okay. Where do we get fishbone? Do I eat fish for fishbone? Okay. Blood press the fish. Okay, thank you. Ah. Okay, glass bottle takes glass, and glass takes quartz, but we can't make that yet. Okay. Do I need... I don't think I need glass bottle yet, though. Oh, here. Do that there. Okay. Yeah, we just need the empty water skin. Right. Cool. Welcome to Cohh's Crack House. Welcome to Cohh's Crack House. That's right. Yay! All right, so we're gonna... I think these are really good for prisoners, but these I think we can break down. Cool. Okay. Now we need to go over to here. We need you. I think that's all we got. Yeah. Then we need the snowflower, which we have plenty of. And this guy. Where did Cohh build his base as he has a teleporter next to it? I couldn't find any good spots to build a base with one. So my teleporter is one that I built. I built... You build a teleporter in your base later. So you should be good. Great. All right, got a lot of good brews cooking up. We are, of course, going to need to, on this playthrough, make sure that we are fully potted up at all times. because it is very much going to be a thing on this difficulty solo. There we go. Perfect. All right. Looking good, looking good. Doesn't the blood press go in the alchemy room? Yes. Thank you. It absolutely does. We just made the alchemy room this morning, so I hadn't finished kitting it out yet. But thank you. Okay. Wow, are you already done? All right, chat, here we go. Planks and blood essence. Hey, chat, out of curiosity, had the devs talked at all? Has there been anything from the devs about craft from storage? Build from storage and chest from storage? Or craft from storage? Has there been any, like, anything about that? Check the shady merchants. I need to. What does this do, Pat Will? This eats items. So if you ever have an item you don't need, you can put it in here to break down resources. So it's a salvage mechanic. So they have not publicly talked at all about that. How weird, man. Yeah, Dark Wolf, that's what I'm worried about. That's my big concern. I'm wondering if there's not crafting from storage because that's how they decided they wanted it. Which would be super unfortunate if that were the case. That would be really, 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 really unfortunate. Yeah. Full thread.
Cohh, drink something.
I am working on it, sir. Yeah, it was a choice for PvP. Okay. That makes sense. I get it. It makes sense that there is no craft from storage in PvP environments. That makes sense. However, I'm not playing PvP! So, on that note, I feel like maybe we should have it be a toggleable option on your server. And then it's like, I could just like go to my server setting and click the box that says craft from storage. How's that? Yeah. So I think that'd be fine. I mean, I absolutely think it should be an option. But I will say, that makes a lot of sense for the PvP thing. I hadn't thought about that. And that makes a lot of sense. I can see how they'd want to do that. But it 100% should be an option. But yeah, that's you know, that's a decent reason. That's a darn decent reason. Okay, let's prison cells. I love prison cells. All right, let's do did we get the stuff? We didn't. We need you and you. And I don't know if we're going to have enough of this. If we do, this is going to be amazing. I don't think we're going to, though. Need more wool thread. How do we make wool thread? We don't, is the answer. Of course we don't. That'd be too easy. Let's go find where that is. But hey, making progress. Making sweet, sweet progress. Let's go check the stores real quick. Perfect. We'll use both of those at our next fight. Okay, let's go check the vendors real fast first. I want to say they're here. Are the devs here in this channel? No, there was a the community manager was here earlier, but I don't know if any V-Rising like coders, like I don't know if anyone from the main dev team has stopped by. But the community manager has stopped by for sure. Yeah, her name is Rue. She's pretty great. Oh my God, we're doing damage. Because I don't have garlic all over me. Wow, I didn't realize I can pierce through solid objects. That's kind of awesome, actually. Okay. 4 coins. Awesome. All right, let's make our way up. Lady Strifey says, Cohh, I'm here. What's your question? Oh, no, Lady Strifey. Somebody earlier asked, is anyone or any of the devs here? And I said, you were here. You're one of the devs. But I think you're the only dev that stopped by. Yeah. Oh, wait. Time out. Oh, is Jeremy Bearson a dev? Oh, hold on. I wanna read that real quick. Okay. Basically, we wanted to avoid a situation where everyone is dumping all of their stuff randomly into chests and not making any effort to organize their storage. Organizing your castle is a part of the mini game of crafting games. So, I like that idea, but I will say that this is completely counterintuitive to what you're wanting. By making these, you're kind of going against your own design philosophy, because this is telling the player, we're gonna auto put your items in all this stuff. So then it only becomes like, why would you want the player to auto put their stuff in but not auto take it out? Like it feels like that's halfway down a path. Like you guys started to make the decision to kind of automate the item stuff, but then kind of like stopped halfway. So what we were talking about earlier, which would be amazing, is if we had an option on private servers and stuff, like a checkbox that we could check, like craft from storage, and we could turn it on and turn it off. And that way, like on PvP servers and stuff, obviously you wouldn't have it on. And by the way, that's an awesome idea. Not having the auto item takeout on PvP servers, that makes sense. You could even argue that maybe you shouldn't have auto item in on PvP servers. To take that a step further. And make that like an actual point of contention on PvP servers. But I will say though, that especially with as many of these games as I've played, giving people the option for craft from storage seems like a huge win these days. Like a huge win. Not mandating it, but just making it an option. Because I know I would turn that on faster than I would break the game with how fast I would turn that option on. I would literally break, it would crash, but I would turn that option on so fast. Oh, also, Jeremy, while I got you real quick, I do want to say this. Going back to the fact that I play a lot of these games, these chests right here are amazing. I love these. I hope you have these for every single item in the game, because this is phenomenal. And also, I would like to congratulate your team on possibly the absolute best base moving mechanic I think I've ever seen. Like, that was, not only did it, like when I saw that, I was like, oh God, this isn't going to work. This is going to be a mess. Like, this is not going to, and then damn, like that, it was smooth. It worked perfectly. It was intuitive.
Clapping.
Like, I was very impressed with that. The only kind of other base moving mechanic that I think is similar is probably like, there's a game called Once Human that does it really well. And small land, small world. I really like how they do it. But there's some really creative ways to do it. But so far, this is one of the smoothest systems I think I've seen. 88 says, who is complaining about auto crafting from chests like this in a day and age? How is forcing you to clunky craft, quote, fun or, quote, skillful? So I think it's more of an issue, like, it's in a PvP environment, adding barriers is a direct correlation to increasing and opening PvP opportunities. So when you're talking about stuff like that in PvP, it's very different. Something that is clunky in PvP literally plays directly into that mechanic. Take Tarkov. Tarkov is literally a barrier simulator. Everything in Tarkov is designed to take your focus, be hard to do, or not have you shooting at other people. And it's designed that way because that makes every time you do that, you're worried, you're concerned, it adds tension. You know you're in a loot thing, so you're freaking out because you know someone could sneak up behind you and kill you. Like, that's the point. Like, sure, it's a clunky, weird, heavy system, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be. So it's, you know, it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. It all works in the big picture. It all works together properly, really well in some cases. Shoot. Do I need these? Oh God, another thing. Please. V Rising developers, I love you so much. I do. This game is so good. But how am I supposed to know which one of these I already have? There's no way for me to know if I already know these. So I don't know which ones to buy. My memory is terrible. I can't remember I don't even know what game I'm playing, let alone what books I got in it. I mean, what is this? Interview with a Vampire? I don't know. But we have to, yeah, we need, like, if we mouse over one of these, it should just say in that little pop-up, like, you know that, you have learned this, you have read this or something. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be super handy. Let's see. I think we can, yeah. First gotta teleport home. There's nothing here we want. Okay, we're gonna go back to here. And then we're gonna go after the next boss, I think. We also need to go get a new armor. Boop, boop. Do I know the current day of the week? It's one of the ones that ends in Y. But that's all I know for sure. QOL can make or break a game. I completely agree. Especially in this day and age. When there's so many different options and so many games to play, I feel like a game that gives you a smooth, easy, intuitive experience that really that goes right into its loop and really focuses on that, like that is I feel like the game that gets the biggest. Yeah. Good QOL in games is huge. You need some blood? I do. Jeremy says this is such an interesting subject. Oh man, Jeremy, we just recently played this game called No Rest for the Wicked. And actually, Pat Will Game in chat is a dev for No Rest for the Wicked. And me and Pat in chat had hours of conversation about like their mechanics and what works and what doesn't, and QOL and when it works and when it's too much, and you know how good QOL can make or break, or even how too much QOL can ruin a game. Like it's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about for sure. Okay, so we got the chest and we got the legs, and we broke our set bonuses, but that's okay because the health benefits I think are going to be huge. So now we just need to get more wool thread. Now we can't make wool thread yet. Let's put everything back. Let's put everything back and see if we can go find the wool thread. That'd be good. We'll keep the pants for... Oh, we can put those on a guy later. Yeah, actually, let's do that now. We'll put these on... Nuri. Sure. Great. Okay. Diggy Joe, are there certain mechanics in this game like this? Are there certain mechanics in games like this that others have done which feel like the bumpers are raised too high and it hinders the experience? I think there can be. And I think the discussion that we were just talking about with the inventory is one of the biggest concerns that devs have in games like this. And that is the slippery slope of too much QOL. So like one thing about survival games that have always been fun is managing your inventory. But just like Jeremy just said, you know, if you can come into your base and click one button and all of your items go away, and then anytime you craft from anything, it pulls from those chests, you've basically removed the inventory minigame from your game. Like at that point, there is no storage management, there is no item sorting, there is no pulling items out for like arguably that takes the inventory management out of the game. Now here's the thing. I'm totally okay with systems like that. In fact, I love systems like that. But I like building up to those systems. I like the game starting where it's like you have to do everything yourself, and then as you unlock stuff, as you gain new items, I like to build up to that. I like the basic QOL to be intuitive and good. But that kind of like that QOL that starts to kind of bridge that gap between maybe this is too much, I'm totally fine with getting that towards the middle or end of my game. That's, in fact, there's a game called Enshrouded. And what Enshrouded does is the first chests you build are normal chests. But the second chests you build are magical chests, and the magic chests you can craft from. That's cool. I like that idea. Because like at the beginning of the game, you're doing like your traditional, like, oh, I'm having to manage all my items, sort everything manually, and then all of a sudden you get this chest, and it's like, yeah, any item you put in this chest you can use at your crafting tables. And you're like, oh shit. You're like, oh man. Like this is, and you get this big, not only do you get the dopamine hit, but then you get like all the fun benefits of like hoarding and farming the materials for these much more expensive chests. And then you get all the QOL benefits of having to experience and enjoy what you worked for. So it's like this really nice progressive QOL system that not only adds to the gameplay, but then makes the rest of the game more enjoyable. It's like awesome, like win, win, win. You know, that's just a huge win on so many fronts. We're doing some very similar stuff with NPCs in Emberville, where like, just, you know, I'll go ahead and spoil it for you a little bit. So at the very beginning of the game in Emberville, like in the tutorial, you don't have a mini-map. Not at all. In fact, you think the game doesn't have a mini-map when you start playing. But one of the first people you rescue is a cartographer. And he's like, okay, well, I can do some really basic stuff right now, but I can't do much without my tools. And then you get like this really basic, simple, really zoomed out mini-map in the top right. And then you get him his tools. And all of a sudden your mini-map starts updating. And then you get him, you do more quests for him. And all of a sudden more stuff starts showing up on your mini-map. And then you get him like his really good tools. And then all of a sudden secrets start showing up on the mini-map. So it's like you kind of get, and some of those you have to choose what you want on your mini-map. So maybe you don't get all of it. So it's like you have to, it's a mini-map is just a QOL thing, but you can turn that into a game mechanic. And then all of a sudden by the end of the game, your mini-map is like freaking Super Saiyan. And you can do that for all sorts of different things. You can do that for inventory management, combat, basic QOL, even like how much information the UI gives you. Take Terraria with all the different tools you can get for that. So, you know, it's that kind of thing. Yeah. And it's and that kind of that evolving QOL principle I think can be really fun. Yep. So that's one of the things we're going to be experimenting with in Emberville. But again, the important thing about evolving QOL is you have to make sure the QOL that you start with is fun and intuitive. Because if you put too much of like that necessary QOL at the end, then people are going to start your game and be like, where's the QOL? This sucks, you know? So you have to like, there's a very fine art to balancing a system like that properly to where the player still gets that dopamine hit, but also still has a really enjoyable time at all points in the game. So yeah, we'll see. I can't wait to see how we're going to screw that whole thing up in Emberville. So this is very far away down here. So we're like looking right in this region. So I think here would be good. Hopefully we'll get I think there's a way gate up here somewhere. Oh, I missed a message from Jeremy. To be fair, I'm missing a lot of messages, but